This is the Oliver Mahogany Live, a very surprising guitar from Orangewood. Because Orangewood are a direct-to-consumer brand, it's really important that you see how the guitar comes out of the box. So, thanks to the magic of editing, we've gone back in time. There's a bit of cardboard on top, just there. That's like a top piece. This keeps the guitar from moving around too much in the box. And then it's in a soft padded bag. Right, let's pop that over there for a moment. This is my first experience with the guitar and bag. Let's talk about the bag for a second. It's one of those padded bags. There's no hard bits in it that I can feel. Some really good straps. If that was a rucksack, I'd be happy to carry that up several mountains and back down again. But that is a good padded bag, whilst not being one of those hard bags. Oh, let's just check the pocket for any goodies first. Any goodies in the pocket? Yes! We've got an Allen key for truss rod adjustment and a stick-on pick guard. Frankly, the pick guard looks cheap, and I'll go over that in a little bit, but I don't think I'll be attaching that to the guitar. Speaking of which, let's open it up. Oh, that's a very soft case inside. Oh, my cat is going to enjoy that. Right, zip all the way, and there it is. That is a deep, dark, rich, browny red. That is gorgeous. Look at that. It's, there's 0 fret problems on the edges, and I've had this guitar for quite a while in the box, and it's come all the way from California. Let's see if it's in tune. That is insane. So if you don't know, I live in Austria. Good day, mate. And it's come from California, well, from Indonesia first, then to California for the setup, and then to me in Austria, and it's in tune. What an absolute stunner. It's like a sort of pre-war, I feel like I sort of found it in an attic somewhere, brand new. That's the kind of feelings that I'm getting from this. That neck is silky, soft, and smooth. There's enough of it, but not too much of it. There is a strap button just under here, which is where I like to have my strap button. And there's another one just there. Then we have the Fishman pickup output just there. What kind of batteries we got? We've got a 9-volt battery. Still good. Just pop it back in and we'll do a quick check for blemishes. Now, I'd like to think that Orangewood send the same quality of guitar to everybody, but please remember that they know this is coming to me and they know I'm making a review. I have faith they seem like good people, so I would hope that they're sending the same instrument level to everybody. Let's put it down for a moment and go over the specs because they're quite surprising. The Oliver is a grand concert body with a 25.5-inch scale neck, so that's a Fender scale neck. The top is made of solid mahogany, whereas the sides and back are made of 𝗚𝗨𝗟𝗡 mahogany. The neck is also mahogany. It's got a scarf joint about here. Fretboard is rosewood, bridge is rosewood, but this is 𝗚𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 Ernie Ball Earthwood medium light strings on them with a Fishman Sonotone EQ pickup system, which is an under the saddle piezo. Neck shape is C, which is perfect for electric players because there's enough of it, but not too much of it. And unbelievably, at $295, you've got a bone nut and bone saddle. Also, let's have a look with the included pickguard that you can stick on yourself should you wish. All right, I might have jumped the gun on that a little bit. I think it actually looks really, really good. And even though the pickguard I said looked cheap, once you stick it on, it's going to look exactly the same as every other pickguard. All right, I like that. Okay, I will stretch this. What tuners have we got on here? There's non-branded tuners. And they've got these kind of like rubberized machine heads, which I think are great. They are not going to slip when you're tuning that on a stage or something, or on a street corner, or in a recording studio, wherever you play guitar. Let's stretch the strings and tune it up. Zero clicking, like you know when you tune a guitar that isn't exactly great and you get little pops and clicks. I've had zero pops and clicks from that entire tuning experience. But we're going to tune it again, you know, just to give it the absolute best chance of staying in tune. And if you buy a new guitar, I would recommend not going wild on pulling the strings out, but at least watch someone's YouTube video on how to stretch strings. I am frankly quite enamored with this guitar. That is a beautiful out-of-the-box experience. That's how every guitar should come out of the box. I'm just looking for problems because there should be at this price. It's $295. Never. It can't be. It is, because it's the live version with the pickup in it. The non-live version with no pickup is $225 American dollars. That's crazy. Okay, let's get the mic set up and I will do some sound samples for you. Brilliant. So far, absolutely fantastic. Mics are now plugged in. They are the Lewitt LCT-040, a matched pair of small pencil condensers. They're pointed directly at where the body meets the neck, or the neck meets the body, and they're about 20 centimeters away. And they give a great representation of what I'm hearing in the room. I've also plugged in the DI, so we'll check those sounds as well. We'll do strumming, I'll do some finger picking. I'll also do my capo test. Right, sounds. Right, let's do the capo test. So what I'm going to do is tune it once more. I haven't tuned it since that initial tuning, by the way. It seems to be staying in perfectly. All right, the D was out ever so slightly. Now let's put a capo on the 5th fret and see if it stays in tune. That's nuts. That should be out. Like most acoustic guitars with the capo test, when you put this on, this E string will be slightly sharp because they haven't cut the nut properly or there's something wrong going on with the intonation. And that sounds pretty much perfect. What an amazing guitar. In fact, I'm going to play some more with this capo. I think that could be the key to this guitar. That shouldn't be doing that. At this price point, you shouldn't be able to have that bar there and it be in tune. Wow. Okay. Insert nice sentence about this guitar here, because this Oliver is mind-blowing. It shouldn't be this good. And if you're on the fence about buying one, just go to the link in the video description and click it and just get it. So for $295, you get the guitar with the pickup and the soft case, and it's set up in California by some absolute geniuses. And all over, top marks. I mean, the build quality is outstanding. There is nothing wrong with it. I keep doing this to test for jagged frets. There are none. I'm trying to pick something I don't like. And if I absolutely had to pick something, I would say that the strings are not my favorite strings, but they are great strings. So that is not a minus point whatsoever. Amazing. Not even any dirt or anything inside, no dust, which you do find in some budget guitars. I guess the biggest downside to this guitar is that you can't try it in a shop because they're direct to consumer. But that goes the same for Harley Benton and a number of other house brands. So yeah, there are people like me that exist on the internet to tell you about these guitars, and I would love to tell you something is wrong with it and that you should avoid them at all costs, because that would definitely get clicks, like avoid this $300 guitar, all YouTubers are lying. They're not. This is absolutely blinding, and it's almost perfect. What's surprising is how much I feel at home with this instrument. I feel like I've been playing it and gigging it for months. At the price point that Orangewood are offering these, I was expecting this to be one of those guitars that I take out to my garden and not really worry about scratching it if I sit on a garden bench or something. But now I want to take care of it, I want to look after it, and I want to make sure that no one ever scratches it ever. How weird is that? Right, time to round up this review, and I'm going to be super critical, so bear in mind that when I say these things, this costs $295. This is firmly in budget territory. It's also $225 if you get the non-live version, or even less because they have at least 20% flash promo sales on the website, or 10% off if you sign up for the newsletter. So you could pick up this for about $250. If you're in the US, which comes to my first unfortunate criticism, and that is, this is US only. So if you're outside of the US, apologies, these are not available to us yet. Of course, they sent me one so I could review it, but I would love to see these over in Europe. And I would love to put one of these next to a Harley Benton, because as it stands, I think this would win against a Harley Benton of similar pricing and specs. And that's a big thing for me to say. However, it is not perfect. For example, the finish on the top is still a little bit rough. There's a few whiskers of wood standing up that I can feel on the, and on the sides as well. However, after a little bit of playing, a little bit of carrying it around, that's going to wear off and you'll end up with a nicely worn-in guitar. So don't let that put you off. The best thing about this guitar probably is how reliable it is. I mean, it was almost in tune out of the box, and then I stretched and tuned the strings. It hasn't gone out since. Amazing. So for $295, the thing that the guitar should be doing is feel nice, be set up nicely, have good, reliable hardware so that the guitar plays well. And it absolutely does. And this might be the best acoustic guitar under $300. Finally, the sounds. Now, it's rich, it's full, it's bassy, it's warm, all those guitar terms that we like to make it sound like a big, full sound. However, it's not boomy. It's not that bright either, because we have a mahogany body. And if you want something bright and snappy, you're probably going to want something with a spruce top. I'm going to be totally unfair now and say that when you play a chord, sometimes it sounds just like one note or one sound rather than 6 strings being played. So note separation is not that great. But again, $295. I probably shouldn't even have said that, but it came into my head and it had to come out. I would play this live, and I am going to play this live because this pickup sounds phenomenal. And I've kind of gone off Fishman systems in the past few years. They never gave me what I needed. But for just a piezo and a tone knob and a volume knob in there, this sounds absolutely great. So, bottom line, this is phenomenal in every which way, except from a little bit of problems with the finish, which will sort themselves out after a little bit of playing time. A big thanks to Orangewood for sending this out. It's been an absolute joy. If you want to purchase this guitar, there's a link in the video description. But don't forget those percentages off. Look for the promo codes because you can get an even better deal than you're already getting at full price. Something you don't have to go looking for is that subscribe button right there. Don't forget to hit the bell though. That'll notify you of all future videos from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!